Hello everybody and welcome to the anxious place. Hard survivor for as communist Brazil, the Brazilian Socialist Republic, who are trying to justify their war with Uruguay. They're just a despicable state. We still need to wait about 230 days before we actually will be able to finish the declaration. But in the meantime we also could go after Paraguay. The Spanish Civil War ends, and who won? The Republicans won. Excellent! Good for them. Good for Spain. I'm happy to hear that. So in about, I would say, what? A couple of days we will go after Paraguay as well. Who determines the borders of a nation? And how are they determined? Whatever way people may have found in the past to justify where Brazilian Socialist Republic ends and Uruguay begins, we live in a new era. The strategic importance of this border cannot be overstated, and we are well within our right to shift it to ensure the continued security of our people. Listening to Luis Carlos Presente's recent speeches, an invasion of Uruguay appears imminent. Dissenting voices have objected, but public support for war is on the rise. We must rally behind this cause. And Uruguay gets an event and we are justifying war goals on them. They also get like a really big red button that shows that as well, but sure. Did you complete anything over here? Probably not. It's a shame. Such a shame. But yeah, we want to start justifying war goals here as well. I have a non-aggression pact with Spain, that's fine. We even have two states. We want to get Paraguay. Let's go get him, boys. The Hindenburg disaster. Unfortunately, he failed this time again. Sometimes he does succeed. Get some more infrastructure. How is our infrastructure actually looking? Especially here up in the north, we have to put some extra infrastructure if we want to go to after Venezuela, Colombia and stuff like that in Peru. So yeah, eventually we'll have to build some infrastructure there. Not yet though. First gonna go after Uruguay, Paraguay, probably Argentina, maybe Bolivia first though. Paraguayan communists failing. Comrades! Although the greatest revolutionaries have once been called traitors, it has become plain to see that the revolution itself has been betrayed. How else would you explain the rule of the PRF of Paraguay, who have cast aside every hint of Marxist ideas to build a degenerated worker state where they can reign on the false premises? In strengthening their own power at the price of the international revolution, they have shown that they care little for the ideals they claim to hold. We must bring the true revolution to them. Although initially supportive of the Paraguayan Revolution, Luis Carlos Presentes has expressed increased disappointment with how it has developed. The PCDOB may have to intervene before it is too late. There's yet time to salvage their attempts at socialism. And they have a really small amount of communist support. And this is the same thing that we have had before, but this time for Paraguay. So these are like general events that happen when you justify claims on a country. Luis Carlos Presentes calls to aid Uruguayan workers. Is there a greater lie than the supposed liberty of the Uruguayan people? Where they once slaved under the princesses and dukes who claimed ownership of the soil, they are now forced to sell their labor to those who claim ownership of the factories. Their freedom to choose one master over the other can hardly be called liberty. Likewise, their freedom to elect their leaders is a false choice, as propaganda would never allow the true socialists to take power. A people so thoroughly indoctrinated can only be saved by a Brazilian intervention. Luis Carlos Presentes has proclaimed against the government in Uruguay for a long time in party meetings, but this rhetoric is now used more frequently in public. There is little reason to believe that this conflict could be resolved peacefully. We will crush their dictatorship. How far along are we? Not even halfway. And things are heating up already. A new doctrine has been completed. Let's get mobile defense. We have quite a lot more men at the border as well. How do you rate the plan? 100% inferior enemy. Ah! The famous aviator Amelia Earhart, known as Manager the Queen of the Air, has completed a flight around the world together with navigator Finn Noonan. After a brief scare when the pair temporarily get lost while approaching the Holland Islands in the Pacific, the flight proceeded without incident, and this morning their Lockheed Electra touched down in Oakland, California. A ceremony is to be held in the White House next week, where Earhart is to be personally congratulated for a feat by the president. So this time she actually made it. Quite an achievement. Congratulations to you. This is about Uruguay. Those naive citizens of Brazilian Socialist Republic who imagine the Uruguayan as a people of peace are entirely out of touch with reality. Those who live at our border do not have the luxury of such delusions. Seeing their troops closing in on us just across it, this is a threat we cannot leave unanswered. With every passing day, Uruguay is preparing for war. It would be madness for us not to do the same. The Uruguayan military presence close to our territory has sparked increased concerns as the nation appears more and more to be the enemy of the PCDOB. Whether it is cause or effect of their polemic is a matter for contention. Regardless, we must prepare the people for war. If it's war you want, Uruguay, it's war we give you. We had this before, I guess, this event. I mean, I don't mind reading them out, but Paraguayan fostering, we've had this one as well. Better infrastructure effort, and the next one would be a research slot. Finally. Now, still doing the equipment effort and such. Problems in Asia. Let's take a look how things are going there. Not a war yet, I believe. No. Yeah, we've had this one as well. Get a new modification for the government. Let's see, we can get an army drill, which will reduce training time. I think we would get an infantry expert though, which will give us more attack and defense for infantry. We are mainly focusing on infantry at the moment, so that's probably good. The training time is not the limiting factor at the moment. We are still not producing enough guns. We actually could use some extra steel for that, so let's get some extra steel. I didn't notice, but... Hey France, how about you give me some extra steel? Actually, sorry France, we're gonna send that back. We're gonna get some steel from the Soviet Union instead. That should be enough steel for everything. We have 3 civilian factories. Let's fill up some more factory slots here. How far along are we? We still need some days. Alright, let's start claiming... Oh, we need more political power. Once we have enough political power, we start claiming on Bolivia as well. We've had this one already. We need 17 more. 15, 14. Total of 47 is needed. We want Santa Cruz or La Paz. La Paz, not La Paz. Let's go for Santa Cruz. Alright, that's sent. And he's going for the infrastructure effort. And now we're already getting events for Bolivia as well. Ah, the concentrated industry is done. That's good. Let's go for level 2. And we have an extra research slot. Excellent. And world tension is on the rise, which is also good for us because it will reduce the time we need to claim things in other countries. I would say we go with some better support weapons. Oh, we need new over here. We go for the armament focus. We need more guns. More war in Asia. I think we are producing enough guns now, as in infantry equipment itself. Still lots of upgrades and reinforcements, but things are looking up. We already have research artillery, so we want that as well. But there's a couple of factories in that. Put that on a hold, we are producing enough. And we should be almost ready to declare war. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is time. We are in state of war. Alright, let's see. We need to assign people to this air place if we can. We can't, because they're out of reach. Is there an airfield close by? Yes, there is. Let's see. Can't reach here either. It's too far away, unfortunately. Well, we don't really need our planes, but we might as well send them here. And we start pushing. Assign all the planes. Go for air superiority, which we will gain because he doesn't have any planes at all. And look at how easily we go through. This war should be over in a couple of days. There it is! We want to take all the states, and a turn, done. Brazilian Socialist Republic took 1 state, Uruguay was the next. We gained some equipment out of that as well. You know where we're going next. Everybody on board to Paraguay. Alright, we need some aluminium, some steel and some tungsten. We don't want oil. Aluminium, Soviet Union. Tungsten, Soviet Union. Steel, Soviet Union. And we have no template for the towed artillery. We'll get that soon enough. Let's get more armament focus. And we're nearing the 50 factories that we need for an extra research slot as well. Which is really nice because it's right over here. We need 7 more. We gained some from the armament focus, we are building some, and of course they are building some for us as well. Since he is going for infrastructure effort number 2, it means he has these 2 at least already. So, well, that's some civilian factories that are up for grabs. And only 5 more days before we can start the war. Oh, we need to start a plan as well. And the plan will consist of taking this capital. Pretty much that's all what we need. How many days? 1 more, and there it is. Declare war. Conquer. Let's go for it. We have Bolivia as well. Next up will be probably Argentina, but they might be a bit stronger than the rest. We should be able to take them though. We can check how much infantry they have. It's about 14 to 26, so even at the maximum capacity they are only a little bit stronger than us. I'm very confident that we'll be able to take them on. We want Mesopotamia, but in reality we want everything. Alright, let's advance. Should be pretty much done with this fight already. And there it is. Take all Paraguayan states as well. Done. Some equipment was sieged. And we have a shortage of steel and oil, but only for the convoy, so that's no problem at all. Excellent. Next up, Bolivia, which is a little bit larger of a country than the ones that we've been fighting so far against. The focus will be over there. And we are missing equipment for fighters, yeah, we know. You're gonna be rebased. Actually, no, you're gonna be rebased. Do we have any airfields? Not really. Yeah, just be rebased over there. I think we want to buy some extra steel because we will need it sooner rather than later for this as well. Because we will gain another factory slot over there. We need quite some days before that is actually going to happen. We have some infantry over here. Oh, right, because it's not being assigned to that group anymore. Very well. Let's see. We will give you one more guy. You will have 24 men then. I'm gonna edit your border. Let's move it actually. We're gonna click a front line. We're gonna right click it. Make it like that limit. And the new guys will form a border over here. Actually no, only from over there. So front line from like this position, and both will be pushing towards La Paz. How about that? And new guys will be selecting to that army, who will get the other general as a leader. And you are gaining some ranger skills, but so far you haven't been that much into war, so not much skills to be gained. We need to start claiming some more territory, I think. Well, the war with Argentina will go on for quite a while, I think, so because it is quite a lot larger country. Even though we are quite stronger than them, it will be at least a bit before we can fight easily against them. I think we should focus, after the armored efforts are done, more on getting research production for our military units. Our military technologies, specifically the doctrines. The Anschluss of Austria has been done, armored efforts are done, and support weapons are done as well. Speaking of support, I want some recon companies. Another armored effort. Oh, wait, whoa. Can we switch? Oh, we can't. We are at 50 factories. We should have gone for the extra research slot. Ah, that's so sad. Dying it. Let's put another support equipment guy. That's a mistake. It's not a big one because we are like easily winning so far anyway, but yeah, could have been better. I just saw it a little bit too late, but we know what we're going for next. Yes, build up your infrastructure for me. Speaking of which, we should really build up our infrastructure over here. Let's put it at 4. Actually make that a priority, especially the Amazons. Because we already are walking there, but it will become much more problematic sooner rather than later. Alright, what do we have? Dispersed support, line of artillery, or integrated support for support battalions. I'm gonna go for integrated support. It's pretty much more my style so far. How much artillery do we have? 158. Not nearly enough. We have 31 divisions. So we need about 800 artillery. So yeah, we kind of need some more. We can modify the government again. Let's get an industrial company, which will reduce our industrial research time for the future. And I want to... do I want better construction? I think I want better artillery. We want to start producing artillery 2 as soon as possible. They are so much better than artillery 1. See, artillery 1 versus artillery 2. The defense goes from 0.8 to 15. Breakthrough goes a little bit higher. The soft attack goes a little bit higher. But yeah, the defense, insanely good. Because usually, like, you're not always on the offense. Sometimes you will defend a little bit. And you want to have good artillery for that. But that's gonna be it for this episode. Next episode we will conquer Bolivia. It's not gonna take that much time before we've finished the justifying of war. And then our true test will be against Argentina. I will be really curious to see how that will be going, because they are much stronger than any of the other nations here so far. But the sooner we gobble them up, the stronger we will become as well. But that's all gonna be in the next episode. Until then, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.